The soft rustle of autumn leaves brushed against the Seewald home as Jessa Duggar Seewald stood at her kitchen window, staring out into the quiet yard. The world outside moved as usual, cars passing, neighbors walking, squirrels darting across branches. But inside her heart, there was a storm she'd kept hidden for months. For weeks, rumors had spun wildly online. Fans guessed, speculated, debated. Was Jessa pregnant again? Why was she quiet? Why were the Seawalds posting less? She'd ignored all of it. Until now. Because today, she had something unexpected to share. Something she never planned. Something that still shook her to her core. Chapter 1. A Private Battle. Jessa placed her hand gently on her stomach, where tiny kicks pulsed like whispers of hope. She should have been excited. She should have felt joy, but fear had stitched itself into her bones after the loss she'd endured a year ago. She remembered the doctor's face, the cold room, the silence that followed. She remembered crying in Ben's arms until the world blurred. And ever since then, she'd lived with the quiet dread, like joy itself was fragile, something that could vanish without warning. Even as the new baby grew strong and healthy, her heart hadn't fully healed. And then came the twist she hadn't expected. A week ago, she discovered a message from someone she hadn't spoken to in years, someone who carried their own bitterness, their own unresolved anger. Her estranged cousin, Hannah, who once vowed she would never forgive the Duggar family for years of silence, had suddenly resurfaced, and she wasn't just reaching out. She was threatening to leak private family messages she'd saved for years. Unless Jessa met with her, unless Jessa listened, unless Jessa agreed to clear her name publicly. The timing couldn't be worse. Jessa was days away from announcing her baby publicly, and now she felt trapped between fear for her growing child and fear of the past returning to destroy her peace. Chapter 2. The Secret Meeting. Ben was gentle as always, standing behind her, rubbing her shoulders. "You don't have to do this," he whispered. But Jessa shook her head. "I do. If I don't face her now, she'll hold this over me forever. And maybe she deserves to be heard." She wasn't vengeful, not naturally, but she knew Hannah was. And the thought of a private feud exploding publicly terrified her. They drove to the old Bentonville Park, the same one where she and Hannah used to play as children. The swings still creaked in the wind. Hannah was already there, arms crossed, eyes sharp, bitterness practically radiating from her. "You finally came," she said coolly. Jessa nodded. "You said you wanted to talk." Hannah scoffed, rolling her eyes. "Talk? You mean after years of your family pretending I don't exist? After everything I went through while all of you were on TV smiling and preaching?" Jessa swallowed. It hurt, but she stayed steady. "I'm here now. Tell me what you need." What followed was a storm. Hannah crying, yelling, confessing years of resentment and misunderstood moments. She'd battled depression, isolation, and felt forgotten. She blamed Jessa, blamed the family, blamed the fame. But beneath all that rage was heartbreak. When she finished, she waited, ready for Jessa to defend herself, ready for a fight. But Jessa stepped forward and hugged her. Hannah froze. "I'm sorry you hurt for so long," Jessa whispered. "I should have reached out. I should have tried harder. And if sharing my story publicly helps you heal, I'll do it." Hannah pulled away, shocked. Her anger cracked, softened, shattered. You really would do that?" If it brings peace, yes, Jessa said. And that moment changed everything. Chapter 3. The gender reveal that almost didn't happen. A week passed. Jessa finally felt a weight lift. She'd spoken to her cousin again, and for the first time in years, it felt like reconciliation was possible. With the tension dissolving, Jessa and Ben began planning the announcement they had kept secret for so long. She wanted something simple, intimate, no big party, no fancy production, just truth, just joy, just family. The day came with quiet sunshine. She recorded the video herself, sitting on her living room sofa, hands folded carefully over her baby bump. I wasn't sure I would ever make a video like this again, she began softly. It's been a hard year. A year of loss, a year of healing. But today, I'm ready to share something beautiful with you. Her voice trembled with emotion. A tear slipped down her cheek, but this time it wasn't from fear. It's a girl, she whispered, smiling through tears. Behind the camera, Ben exhaled shakily, smiling the way only a proud father could. Jessa continued. And her name will be Haven Grace Seewald, because after everything, she's exactly that. A haven, a place of peace, a reminder that grace can appear when we least expect it. Chapter 4. The Unexpected Twist. The video uploaded. Within minutes, comments poured in, thousands of fans cheering, hundreds crying with relief, dozens celebrating the name, the meaning, the strength behind her words. But the biggest surprise came 2 hours later. Hannah posted publicly. Not hate, not threats, not bitterness, but a message that made fans gasp. Jessa chose forgiveness when I chose anger. She named her daughter after healing, and that changed me. Today, I'm letting go of resentment. Today, we start over. For the first time in a long time, Jessa felt peace bloom inside her like sunlight on warm soil. The past no longer held her hostage. Her family felt whole in a new way, and her baby, her little Haven, would come into a world not of fear, but of reconciliation, second chances, and quiet hope. Chapter 5. A heart-healing ending. Late that night, Jessa rested in bed, then asleep beside her. The house was still, the world calm. She whispered to her unborn daughter, "You already changed lives before you even arrived." A tiny kick answered. Jessa smiled. Her journey wasn't perfect. It wasn't easy. It wasn't without heartbreak or unexpected twists. But it was real. It was healing. And it was hers. And as the moonlight filtered through the window, Jessa finally drifted into a peaceful sleep, her hand resting over the tiny heartbeat that had restored her faith and hope. The vengeful past had loosened its grip. A surprising future had unfolded, and a heartbreaking year had turned into something unexpectedly beautiful. Her daughter, her haven, her miracle.